Hey everyone, this is Dan from MMORPGtips.com. We are back again today as well with another video for the Ultimate Gold Guide. Last one we did was Dire Maul Warpwood Quarter, which was actually really good. I sold all the crafting materials I got from there really fast. It was a ton of herbs and a lot of fell cloth, so I would really recommend heading over there as well. And while you're there, you can also do this one, the Gordok Commons. It's not as good as the Warpwood Quarter, but I would recommend you doing it a couple of times as well, because of the book that spawns on the ground here. It usually sells for like 5 to 10k to lazy paladins that don't want to come and get it themselves, and it spawns on the ground like every 3 runs probably. And I'm gonna show you where it spawns as well. But you don't really need to hit this dungeon up that often, as it's enough to have 1 or 2 copies of the book on the auction house at any time. So let's just speed things up a little bit. I can usually do a run and kill most of the mobs in 6 minutes, but that's because this character is a really fast runner with like 170% base run speed. But most characters won't be able to run this entire dungeon in 6 minutes, but it's not that big of a deal. This corner right here is where the first book spawns. You can head over to MMORPG Tips to our gold guide, and I will post a link in the description. And I have marked all the spawns on the map there as well. Up in the corner there where the first book can spawn, you will see it pretty easily. It's like a big red book on the ground. And the first chest can spawn in that corner as well, pretty close to the book. The next spawn location is underneath the stairs over here, just on the ground right there. When you get to the last area here, going through here, you can go ahead and make a group and then leave it around here, so you'll have 1 minute to finish up the dungeon. And then the last book will spawn right here by the last boss, and you will see it quite easily. And since I created a group and left it, I will be ported out to just right outside the dungeon, and you can reset and head back in again. So let's have a quick look at Loot Appraiser. 92k looted item value, which really isn't that bad. It's just that I've been really lucky with my other dungeon runs lately, so 92 seems a little bit low to me. And of course, as I've repeated in most of these videos, that's not the amount of gold you're making, that's just the value for all your looted items, and it will take quite a lot of time to sell some of it, and some of it might not even sell at all. So if we take a look at TSM as well, we can see that there's one pretty high value transmog item, and then there's a bunch of stuff from like around 1k to 10k, and then there's the book that I got 3 off. The book has a 0.5 sell rate, which is pretty decent, so I'm expecting to sell a few of those pretty quickly. But that's it for the Gordok Commons. I would recommend that you just run it to get a few copies of the book, and then you can just run a Warpwood Quarter instead for transmog and crafting materials. I'll be back with more videos for the gold guide pretty soon. If you have any suggestions or questions, those are much appreciated as always, and so are comments, likes, and subscriptions. I hope you all go out there and make a ton of gold. Let me know how it goes, and I'll see you guys around.